We want to turn it down really low, though. Okay. Can you hear me? Anybody there? Can you hear me? I have to unmic the mute on this one.
No.
This is the yes. Use. We don't do it like that.
You do your phone, Mike?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
You should be good.
Okay. That's the way we do it. Yes, Marilyn Thorne says she can hear me. Lisa Peaky says she can hear me. I'm going to put my glasses on. Hey, how do you know to do that?
How do I know to do what?
Watch What's New Wednesday at school?
I did it all with you last summer.
With this whole thing on the
yes.
side? Oh. I didn't know that.
That's why I was confused when you were like, are you on StreamYard? Look at you, got everything set up. I was like, I did it all last summer.
I have very short memory. I don't remember you doing it with
short-term
memory Wednesday
yes.
at 1 last summer. Mm-hmm. We were.
Remember, Debbie made a little like a compilation at the end of summer of all the funny stuff. Remember?
Oh, that's right.
Trauma dancing.
Okay, I forgot about that.
Clearly.
I thought I just started doing it at Christmas. I really did.
Yeah, I think you've been doing it pretty much since I left for pharmacy school.
No, it hasn't been.
Yes, because I was doing Unstitched with Noelle.
Okay, put the questions up because people will see
the questions. Hi, Miss Lisa. Happy to be here, even though I got told that's not how we do things around here.
I forget. Hello, Miss Tila. She can see us all the way up in Vermont.
Yay.
We're nationwide. We can say we're a nationwide comedy duo.
What were you gonna say?
A nationwide vlog. We're kind of a vlog, aren't we?
I think we should start a podcast.
Okay.
I'm just kidding.
But then you leave for school and then I'm there talking to myself.
But we can podcast from a distance.
Yeah, but then if you're podcasting, you can never do it at any time I can because you're always busy studying.
Not always.
You are.
But I'm also like, what would we talk about? Quilting?
Our family. Dad. Mark.
Yeah, something along those lines. Say hello as you get on, and everyone just check in. Make sure you can hear us. Give us. It seems like you can, but if you have any indication of not being able to hear us, also let us know that.
Yes.
Not necessarily let us know if you can hear us. Let us know if you can't hear us, because that's going to be.
Well, how do they know? How if they can't hear you? If they can't hear us, then they wouldn't know what you're saying.
I stand corrected.
Mm-hmm. I'm still smarter than you.
Hello, Miss Sharon. Hello from East Tennessee. How is the weather over in East Tennessee? I must know. I'm very curious about it.
Well, I think they're getting all our storms. Woo! We've gotten some doozy of storms this week.
Hello, Miss Kay Bridges from Mississippi.
Yay,
first time here.
Mississippi.
Oh my gosh, welcome. We are so happy to have you.
That's my home state.
Mississippi?
That's where I was born.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm. You better know that. That's where I was born. But I came home like 6 months later.
In the 70s today over in East Tennessee. Nice, finally.
Yes.
You were talking about the storms.
Oh, we got some storms. We didn't get tornadoes, but we had sirens going off. Mm-hmm. Hey, did you hear the sirens, Jen?
Yes, it woke me up.
Yeah, we had sirens going off. We got in the closet because we couldn't figure out what was going on.
No. Correction. You yelled at me to get in the closet. I went and sat in the closet, and she stood outside watching the TV.
Well, I got to protect my babies.
But then how come I had to get in the closet?
Because I was watching the news. I was waiting to see what was going on.
Fake news.
But, oh my gosh, we didn't have a tornado. Yeah. But we have trees down everywhere. It's crazy.
Yeah, it looks no tornado, but just bad wind to where obviously didn't do the same amount of damage, but it did quite a bit of damage.
Yes.
Considering it wasn't a tornado.
Yes, indeed. So Lisa says, my stepmom from Cali's flight got canceled. She's stuck in Texas till tomorrow. That's okay. We love her here.
Stuck in Texas is an interesting way to put it.
She can come here and play with us. We love her.
Wow.
We love her to come over here.
All right. So yeah, lots of storms.
Lots of storms. Now it's warm out there, but it's very humid, as evidenced by my hair and
my
your
hair was like,
look at this.
Pretty when I came in. Like,
I know.
what?
Look at this. It looks like I got electrocuted.
I look like, remember in the first couple of Harry Potters when Hermione's character, they would just like brush her hair and it was like,
oh yeah,
that's what I look like.
Not quite that bad, but yeah. Look at mine. It's pretty wild. So
I feel like yours looks windswept. Mine looks like. Anyways.
Anywho, this is not a hair show.
But it could be.
But it could be.
But it could be.
You're very loud in my ear. But this is Not Your Mama's Quilt Store. What's New Wednesday, the last Wednesday of May, and then we are halfway through the summer.
Oh
almost
my gosh.
June. I know.
Have we had the first official day of summer?
Yeah, that was Memorial Day. Oh no, you're talking about June 21st.
Okay, so yeah, so we're not halfway through summer. Summer
the
hasn't
21st.
even begun.
Yes, and then I'm born on the first day of winter, on the winter solstice.
On the winter solstice.
Yes. So on the 21st of June will be the first day of summer. You know where we'll be? You won't be there yet.
I'll be here working my little life away. I'll be in St. Martin.
We'll be in St. Martin.
Hello, Miss Bonnie. She says hi, Noelle and Tisha.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey. So I have some fun stuff to show you today. One of them being a demo.
Are you gonna introduce anybody?
Jen is back from sick leave. She is finally here. We're excited to have her. And Christina's here. We have two new people that have started. Taylor Potter, who is coming on as our social coordinator, and Samantha Lopez, who is coming on floor cells and going to start learning the long arm as well, so we can have a third long armor in here. Yay! So I have those two girls, ladies, and they're not here right now to introduce them, but you will get to see them as you come into the store, or we add more videos.
Okay, fine. I guess I'll introduce myself. For those of you who may not remember,
so anyhow,
I am Tisha's youngest daughter. You may know me as a superstar, celebrity, a gift from God. You may know me as a pharmacist in the training, the long arm expert, little quilt store. Let me think. What else do we have? Hilarious.
General PETA. Yeah.
Hilarious. Beautiful. Easy to talk to.
She's
a great cook. Fun-loving.
She's very humble.
A singer.
Trauma dancer. And she gets it all from her mother.
I'm pretty sure literally probably everyone knows who I am, but just in case you don't,
everyone knows.
Oh, I mean, sorry.
All 17 people.
I didn't mean that like everyone knows, but one day they will. Mark my words.
You know it.
I'm Tisha's daughter.
Yeah. The other quilter extraordinaire.
I wouldn't say I'm a quilter extraordinaire.
I don't know. You're pretty good. Pretty doggone good. Pretty doggone good.
Pretty doggone beautiful.
Oh, shut up.
I was here last.
Somebody make her stop.
Shy
too. Yes, you're right, Tila.
I am very humble. Some actually compare me to Mother Teresa.
Oh, God. I'm sure. I know. Okay, everybody move away because the lightning's gonna come down. When the lightning strikes, you don't want to be near her.
I bet I could survive a lightning strike. Anyways, the last time I was here was over my spring break before the total eclipse, and this. Oh, if you don't remember me, this may jog your memory.
My ear.
Turn around.
Oh, yeah.
Now and then I get a little bit that you never come around.
Hush.
Turn
around and keep walking.
Bright eyes every now and then. So anyways, that was the last night. Are you really having to focus on not peeing your pants right now?
Pretty much. Okay.
But yes, Tish's daughter, back working for the summer. Work on the long arm. I work on the floor. Overall
Organizer. Office cleaner. You name it. Dog walker. Babysitter.
What else do I got? Therapist.
Who? For who?
I don't know. Just people like to talk to us.
Oh, yeah. True. Okay. Yeah.
So that's all that we got for introductions. Okay, I'll back to business.
Okay, back to business. I do have to tell you something funny your dad did.
Oh, okay.
Your dad, my first husband. So what he did.
And your first and only.
Yeah, I do introduce him as my baby daddy sometimes. Just for funsies. Okay.
Continue.
So this morning I made a quiche for breakfast, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we could have some. And it's a whole pie issue thing. And I couldn't find the pie crust I wanted at the grocery store. They only had the pre-made ones in the little tin plate. So I bought that, and I wasn't happy about it, but I bought that. And you had to partially bake the pie crust a little bit.
Uh-huh.
So I stuck it in the oven to cook it for 15 minutes, whatever it is. And when I looked in there, the whole thing had just melted to the bottom. It was a puddle at the bottom, and it had some holes in it where it didn't completely close up the bottom, and you could still see the tin. And I said, doggone it, look how this thing came out. And I pulled it out, and I said, this whole thing fell apart. And I showed it to your dad. And he said, did it look like that when you put it in there? Maybe you shouldn't have put it in there if it already looked like that. And I was like, I can't even.
It didn't look like that when you put it in there.
And I was like, why? Why do you?
No, I can't say that it did look like that.
He says, why do you get frustrated with me when I ask questions? And I said, what? Listen to the question you're asking me. Why are you asking me if it looked like that when I put it in there? Would you? So that was the funny for today.
Oh.
That I was like,
okay.
Your father's out of control. You need to take him back with you. So what can we show you new today? I had some fun demos this past weekend. Quilt As You Go, June Taylor's patterns, and she doesn't just do placemats and table runners. And table runners.
Try that again.
She doesn't just do placemats and table runners. She also does some other 3D pouches and bags and purses and stuff like that. Some really cute stuff.
Oh, is that what this is?
So
that one over there?
Kind of.
Because I want to...
No, that's not that one specifically.
I want to learn how to make this.
I know. It's super cute. So, yes, there are some very fun things that they do. Plus, I have a new bag by Sally Tomato. Remember, we're going to be working on the series of bags starting in August. Pretty excited about that. Let me show you the new bag. So this is what they call box 3, right? Box 3, because of it's out of her book, the workshop book to purse making, and this is the second purse out of 5. You want to show it? Look how cute this is. Look how cute this is. It's darling. Tell us about it, Noelle. Take it away, Noelle.
Let me tell you about it. I mean,
you got
a model,
look.
right?
You can't see you.
You
'Cause
can't see you?
Right here, because the words are in the way.
I know. I can't. What? Don't touch it. Anyways, I need to put some lipstick on. Super cute. I love the hardware. This really, it's kind of hard to see it. It looks like more blue than it actually is, but it's that beautiful deep denim color. Lovely leather with this gold hardware.
It's not leather, it's pleather.
Lovely pleather with this gold hardware. It looks, I just couldn't believe my mom made this when she came downstairs with it. I was like, wait, did you just make this? The gold hardware with the pleather really elevates it, and it has this fun little clasp. Opens up, zipper on the top, but of course a pocket inside. Lined on the inside. I expect nothing less. And a nice little pocket in there. You can see pretty spacious. Get your hand in there. Zip.
So you could carry it up like that
Yeah,
if you wanted to.
If you didn't want to clip it over, if you have a particularly bustuous load.
Bustuous? You mean robust? Okay, whatever.
There's this meme on the internet from the show. It's the one about all the rich people that they're all trying to get their business from their dad. It was on HBO.
Inheritance or
oh my gosh, what is it called?
I don't know.
Succession.
Succession.
Wow. But one of the characters in there, it always says the weirdest thing, and this one character has a really big bag, and he goes, "That is a ridiculously capacious bag." And I always thought that was really funny. But yeah, so you could keep this one folded up if you have something a little bigger, but if you want the little snap closure all the way down, it does fold down. And yeah, super cute. I love the straps on it. I love that deep leather kind of navy color. I just think it takes it to the next level.
The other thing that I really love about these boxes, and I'm going to be having more in to sell, you don't have to wait for the class if you just want to buy the box, but you do have to buy the pattern book. If you don't want to buy the book, the first box, because it runs about about $150, $160 for that first box. If you don't want to buy that because you have everything, the pattern book comes separately if you want to do that, and you definitely need the book to complete the bags. So what I love about these individual boxes though, is that everything comes in there that you need to make your projects. So the hardware is in there, the fabric's in there, the lining is in there, the stabilizer is in there, the pleather is in there. It's got everything you need to complete the bag. You don't have to run around trying to find these things. And the price isn't bad either. I'm going to say it's like $100 right in that area, which isn't bad because when you start buying all these things individually, you are spending that much money. You just don't realize it because you're buying it piecemeal. Plus, you can't go and find stuff exactly the right color, or one place has the D-rings and the other place doesn't have it, and then they don't have it. Anyhow, everything comes in here. So I sat down on Monday, I think it was Memorial Day, and I sewed. It was kind of a work day for me because I was sewing all day, which is a fun work day, but yeah, it was a work day. Yes.
I don't know anything about these. So can you tell me what is going on with this? And then maybe there's somebody else
who doesn't know what they are.
And we'll all learn something together.
Yes. So
is this like a monthly club, or
so
how does this work?
Sally Tomato has a book that came out, has a beginner box, and it's a series of boxes. It's a 6-month club, and she calls it a book club because you have to have her book. So it's a 6-month book club. And her book is the one with all the patterns. So the first month of the club is supplies you would need to make all her projects. The scissors, the clips, washi tape, which I couldn't figure out the washi tape until I made this. Then I figured out the washi tape. So it has washi tape. It has a rotary cutter. It has a ruler. It has some other things in there.
So it has a lot of just even like basic sewing.
Basic
supply.
sewing supply. So if you have a stash already, then you probably don't need everything in that box. But if you're giving this and gifting it to somebody else, then it's really nice to have everything already put in there. And it all, of course, her stuff is beautiful, so it all looks nice.
Hello, Miss Pat. Sorry, she said hi.
Hi. And so it does have the pattern book in there. Then the first month of the pattern book.
The pattern book comes in the first box.
Yes.
Can you buy it separate if you're
Yes.
not doing the first box?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
But if you are getting the first box, you don't have to buy the book separately.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. And then the first box is the one that has those 3 pouches. Remember? It's that one back there. So it has the 3 pouches in there, which I've shown on here before. I can show it again if Noelle wants to get it, but she doesn't have, there's 2 more boxes back there. One of them is box 1 and then the first box. So box 1 is the one with all the supplies and the pattern in it. Box 2 is the first pouch kit. And you get fabric to do, you get everything, supplies to do 3 separate pouches out of that box. And then box 3 is this one right here that I made. So this is box 3. So it's set as a book club is what she calls it.
Mm-hmm.
This is the beginner book club right here.
So this is what she was saying with that first box. It's going to be all of your supplies in it. So that's why she was saying the first box runs a little more expensive because ladies, think about how much, ladies and men, think about how much we pay for all of our notions and our little gadgets and things. So if you already have your stash built up, maybe kind of going through.
You can show what's in it if you want to.
If you have, it says included in this box. Mm-hmm. So it's got a quilting ruler, creasing and turning tool, mini fabric punch, sewing scissors, washi tape, all that stuff.
So ruler right here, nice strong scissors, and they've got the short little blades on them, which I like when you're trying to cut through something heavy. Little clips.
Ooh, a punch
setting tool. Yeah, a little punch thing to set some of your grommets and stuff. A little turning tool to punch out those corners when you need to, and washi tape. Very nice. Mm-hmm. Plus the pattern book. So the pattern book
is somewhere, just not in this book. Oh, there it is.
I told you, it's right here. It's right here. So the pattern book is in here, and you definitely have to have this in order to complete the book. Now, I'm doing it as a club. If you live in the area, I'm going to be starting the club in August, and we will be starting with making the first bag. And I might do in June also to have an introduction to the bags. Maybe. I haven't really decided how we're going to, you can help me decide this summer what we're going to do. But that was the first, you want to show the first bags that we made for the people who didn't get to see them?
So,
this is box 2.
When they register, do they get box 1 or is box 1 August?
Box 1 is August.
Okay, so box 2 will be in September.
Such is life.
No, box 2 is in because see, to me, my months are according to projects, and I don't really call this box 1 with all the supplies. That's not really a class.
So they get box 1 when they register.
Right.
So box 2 is in August.
Yes.
That's what I was confused about.
We were thinking about
if you want to show them. Yeah.
So this was box 2, and you get all the fabric, everything you need to make that. And so here's the first one I made. And you can get the hardware in there that says handmade. And you learn how to make the little tassels as well. So we've got that one. Here's the next one. I love the texture on these. You can see where I stitched it right there. I won't tell you what I did when I goofed up with that, but anyhow. Then here is the other one. And this is, I mean, they all look like leather.
They really, and they look like very like I wouldn't think they were handmade.
No, they're very
They
nice.
look very nice.
Thank you. And it comes with everything you need. Like I said, all the leather, all the pleather, all the lining, all the thermolam in there. They're really, really nice.
Super cute.
And they're pretty, right? I mean,
Mhm.
I wouldn't have a problem giving these as gifts if I
Oh,
wanted
yeah.
to. Super nice.
Well, fun. I'm
Okay.
glad I asked because I was very confused about how this works. So maybe I helped clarify it for somebody else too.
Yes. Okay.
That's very exciting.
So the next thing I want to show you is some of the Quilt As You Go, right?
Mhm.
The Quilt As You Go demos that we did this Saturday, and then some of the other projects that we did. So the Quilt As You Go demo that I did this Saturday was to make this very pretty
Oh,
placemat.
it's so pretty.
Isn't that cute? So this very cute placemat, very pretty and elegant. And this is all done as Quilt As You Go. So you're not having to then turn around and sit down at the sewing machine and quilt it or give it to a quilter to quilt it. So let me show you how this is done. Okay. What do you call it? Okay. Silence on the set.
Quiet.
Quiet on the set.
Silence on the set.
Silence on the set. I don't know if I can change the. Ooh, I better not do that.
What are you trying to do?
Nothing. Okay, so this is the placemat I'm showing. Okay, here we go. That's better. I was trying to get the whole placemat on there. So here's the placemat that we're showing. And this one is the Casablanca placemat that came in a kit. Now I'm all out of them because I sold out of them on Saturday. However, I will have more in the next week or so as the manufacturer gets them in, because sometimes they run out.
So is it just a pattern you can get or only the kit?
No, only the kit.
And the kit comes with these fabrics?
No, the kit comes just with the, I'm not there yet.
Sorry.
Okay, so on your instructions right here, it is going to tell you how much yardage you need to complete your project. And then it tells you how to cut it, because there is some pre-cutting. So when you buy the kit, you're going to get your batting in there, much like this. You're going to get your batting in there, and you're going to get the instructions, the pattern itself.
This
So, the
that she
instructions.
just showed was a different example.
Yes.
So don't worry.
But it
it's
looks
bad.
the same way.
Yes.
So I'm going to show you how to do this because they're really fun. And you know what? They're fun to do with kids too, because it's like a quilt by number. So you're told to do this first, this second, this next, and so forth.
Do I count as a kid?
Not really.
Would it be fun to do it to teach me how to do it?
Sure. Whatever. Okay. So the first thing is that I took this super fun panel that we have right here. So this super fun panel that we have right here, and this is from the Winterly line by Moda and Robin Pickens. Super cute. I know. And the pattern tells me that I'm going to cut 2.5 strips. Plus it tells me to cut my center one right here, 7.5 inches square. So when I had this panel, my first tendency is to cut this just like this, 7.5 inch square, right?
I made that mistake once.
However, it is set on point. And so when it is set on point, you have to remember, I'm sorry about the glare, folks. You do have to remember to turn it this way. Okay, it's okay like that.
There's still glare.
Yeah. So you have to remember to turn it this way so that you are getting it on point or diagonal, because if you cut it the regular way, it's going to come out with your bird facing the wrong angle. Or let's turn it this way. You can tell I was used to doing it backwards the other days because I was showing it to people. So you're going to turn out with the bird facing at an angle instead of like this. So you have to remember to cut it on point. Okay.
Yeah, my first project, I had a bunch of these little cornerstones
Mhm.
or center, all of them on point, and I didn't I was so excited to fussy
Oh, was it
cut.
the little
Yeah.
squirrels?
I was so excited to fussy cut all my little like animals, and I just cut them all of them, out of a panel. So it was like I had exactly what I needed, and then I realized they were all on point.
And you'd cut them square.
And I cut them all square.
Yep.
So
you learn your lesson. You learn
Sad-
to read the
sad
pattern.
day.
So that's what you're going to do. Now, because it is quilt as you go, you're also going to have your backing pre-cut and put on the back of your pattern. So in this particular one, you have 6 of the panels that come in the package, and it's 6 of these regular batting, and you just cut them apart so you can work on them one by one.
So it's 6 of these printed battings.
Yeah.
Okay.
6 printed battings.
In one kit?
In one kit.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah. And then you're going to have your backing on there to put. Now, it says to spray based, which is really easy because you want it to stay in place while you're working. So when I spray based, I work in sections. So this is one big section right here. And I will spray right here and then lay down my fabric and smooth it out. You don't have to spray from way up here because you get too much overspray, okay? You're going to spray down kind of low, maybe 8 inches away from there. And you only need to spray in the middle. You don't have to get it all the way out to the edges because, again, you're going to get a lot of overspray right there. So once I've laid down one side and smoothed it out, I'm going to peel up the other side and do the same thing. And it's a temporary spray. It can come off and it's definitely going to wash out. It's just something to tack it into place while you're working. Now, I like to use 505 as my spray base, but you can use any brand that you like. It doesn't matter. I use the 505 and just spray it. You just need to hold it in place. There we go. Thank you. And that's the other one, Sullivan's. Okay. So then what I'm going to do when I say it is sewing by number, you actually can see the little numbers right here on the side. So this is number 1, the first piece, number 1, and then number 2 and number 3, 4, and 5. And that's going to give you the order that you're sewing in. So I put down my number 1. The next one that I'm going to do is my number 2. So here is number 2 right here. And all I'm going to do is get my pre-cut. See, I've already got these all pre-cut and labeled what I'm doing. So these are my B section, and they tell you on the pattern what you're doing, which ones to label. So I have those pre-cut, and all you do is line it up with the edge of the fabric right here. You don't have to line it up with the lines. The lines and the numbers are telling you what to do next. Okay, I'm going to tell you what that is in just a minute. What to do next, okay? So I'm going to put it right sides together with my fabric, and I'm going to sew a 1/4 inch seam allowance right there. And then from there, I go and I iron it back like this. Then either finger press it into place or use your little roll, press and roll, anything. But what you don't want to do is iron on this. You can, if you have a small iron, you can iron this, but do not iron on your batting because it'll melt off the letters.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
And it gets sticky on your iron.
Got it.
Okay. So what I've done then is just go ahead right here. Here's my 1/4 inch seam allowance right there. And you open it up, number 3, roll, press, roll it right there. And now I'm ready to go to number 4. So I go to my next piece that's going to be a long one right here. I'm going to do number 4 right there. Okay. 1/4 inch seam allowance and sew and put it out. So the thing that people get confused about, they think they're supposed to sew on the lines, but they're not sewing on the lines. It's not like foundation paper piecing that you're sewing on the line. You are using this as just placement. Okay. So you are sewing right there and then open it up. That's your placement.
Yeah, because then it's like it essentially just goes back to the next line, but again, you're still going to be doing a 1/4 inch seam when we come all the way
Right.
down
So
here.
what you would
yeah.
do right there is just go ahead and keep doing it.
Yes.
So
okay.
that's why it's hiding the quilting. You don't have any raw edges. Okay.
Mhm.
You don't have any raw edges. Now, coming up to the ends right here, our tendency is always to backstitch to tie off,
Mhm.
or to use the little knotting feature, the tie off feature on your sewing machine. And on this, I'm going to pull this down close for you. Okay. So when we're doing it right here, we want to tie off because that's what our normal tendency is to do, to tie off in this section and this section. However, on the back, it ends up leaving it looking a little bit rough for the wear because while it's quilting it leaves it a back and forth right there, or it leaves this little tiny ball that you can feel when you knot
Mhm.
off, and I don't like either one of those things. Since this pattern is a quilt as you go, you have to do something to tie it off. But keep in mind that all your lines are going to intersect each other. They're going to keep crossing over each other, right? So you end up with the back looking just like this. And you have, I don't know that you can really see that.
You can, yeah, you,
You
can
can-
see it better there.
You can see where they start intersecting each other right
Mhm.
here, okay? What you can do to still stabilize that stitch is instead of back stitching or instead of tying off, you can see all my little samples here, you are going to pull your top thread and your back thread up to the top. So you're going to pull your bobbin thread to the top. And if you'll give me that pencil or something like that, I'm going to try to move as close as I can for you to see this. There we go. So I want to pull my bobbin stitch up. All I'm going to do, this is the top where I sewed, is pull that top thread. And when I pull that top thread, you see that bobbin stitch come out right there. It comes up with it. Pull that bobbin stitch right there up to the top. There it is right there. And I'm going to do it again right here. This is the other end of the stitch line that I had. So I pull that right up right there. There comes my bobbin stitch, my bobbin thread. And I'm going to pull this up right here also. Okay. And just cut them off about an inch away from the edges. You don't have to cut very far. I don't have any scissors. Oh, I do have scissors. You can just cut them off like this. Okay. You don't have to do anything fancy. Bah. And when you cross stitch right, not cross stitch, when you stitch right across it again right here, it's going to tie it off. And in the meantime, it gives you a nice finishing on the back right there without any little back stitching showing, or without, see, it's so pretty you can hardly even see it, without any back stitching showing or any little knots.
And
It
that's
just comes
good
out
because
flat.
you're not having to worry about it like getting knotted up underneath to
Yeah.
then where you can't undo it later on. So if they're both pulled up to the top, then it's gonna look like that
Right.
stitch came up and finished, and you won't be able to see the tail end of it.
Right. So the last piece that they tell you to cut is a little square piece. I have another triangle. Here it is a little triangle piece just like this. I'm going to come right back up now. And the square piece that you have is going to be cut diagonally on the diagonal right there. Okay. And what you're going to use these pieces for are right here in the corners. So when you get right over here, this is going to be the one that you're just going to, here's a piece of fabric, right? And you're going to put this right there, stitch down your 1/4 inch, flip it up, and that's going to be your corner. So when you are done with the whole thing, you're going to come in and you're going to trim off all the edges. And it's going to look just like this when you trim it off. You've got all these edges right here that I have trimmed off now. And just come in, follow the lines, trim the whole thing off right there. There we go. And the next thing you have to do is just put your binding on. And whatever your favorite method is for putting the binding on, is what you do here. If you want to fold over the back of it, you do have room to fold over the back fabric to the front. You can do that, but you have to remember that when you're going to go in and cut this off, you're going to have to lift all of these up to cut off. So if that's your plan, mind how far you are stitching outside to the edge, because right here, see, I've got stitching all the way up to right there, so I wouldn't be able to cut that off. So you have to mind it, but I like to go in and stitch it because I like this fabric. I thought it was super fun. This is the Robin Pickens line called Winterly. I do still have 2 kits available to make it just like this, to make the placemats just like this. And so those are available. Now, let me show you something else of the June Tailor. Let me put all of this away, and this, and this, and this, and this.
Momentary pause. What is? There's like the meme.
I don't know, but give me that right there. Thank you.
Madame.
Okay.
What a great demo. I mean, wow. Mrs. Quilt Store
Okay.
does it again.
So she has some other really fun stuff. Look at this fun bag right here. Can you see it? This is the Sophie tote using jelly rolls.
Jelly roll?
Yes, jelly rolls. Look how awesome. So you know how you always end up with a couple of pieces of jelly rolls left over? You can use them to do this great tote. Again, a quilt as you go, or what do you call it? Stitch by number. And it has the pre-printed batting, so you know where everything is going to go. Super easy. Everything's in there. And she has I say she because it's June Tailor. It's a corporation that owns it. It's not June who owns it anymore. It's a corporation. Actually, AccuQuilt bought June Tailor stuff. It does have this webbing that you end up covering with fabric. So if you want to go in and see if some of the other products that we have that are quilt as you go, all you have to do is a search on our website for June Tailor, and you'll see everything get pulled up. Look at this cute thing. Here's another one, a little tote kit. Just a little bag, 8.5 by 11, so like the size of a page, and a couple of zippers in there. In these, she does the zippity doo done zipper.
Ooh, and I like those big, thick zippers.
I know. This zipper is a no goof up zipper.
A no goof up zipper?
Yeah. If you hate doing zippers, you grew up hating them, you don't hate them.
No, I'm just scared of them.
Why? I taught you how to do them.
That was like 3 years ago.
Oh my God. This is a zippity doo done zipper, and it is so cool. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Look at this cute little makeup bag, or what, a grab and go kit. It doesn't have to be a makeup bag. It can be anything right there. You can use it for makeup. You can use it for sewing. You can do anything.
That was the one I said I wanted to learn how to do, because that would be so, or like even just to have a couple of those kits, that would be such a good gift, like last minute gift.
Oh yeah.
Not last minute, but like easily personalizable. Yeah,
slow down. Let's see what you can say. Okay, so the other one, look at this one. This is the sample I made. This is an Emily fanny pack. Okay, I know we don't call them fanny packs anymore. What are they called?
They're called fanny packs, but a lot of people call them belt bags.
Belt bags. This is our new line that's just coming in. It is by Ruby Star Society, and it's called, I don't remember what it's called. I'd have to go run back and look at the box. So this is a new one. But more importantly, also, look at this fun Emily tote kit. It is like a belt bag, as they call it now. We used to call them fanny packs, remember? You can wear it as a crossbody.
It's called Dog Park.
Dog Park. And look at these fun. I use my sewing machine to put those little dogs on the trim of my zipper. Can you see it? I know we had bones, but I have bones as a little motif. But you know what? Use whatever you have on your sewing machine to decorate that zipper tab. You can even use ribbon if you have ribbon, anything like that. But you know what? when you buy your sewing machines, they always say, well, it comes with an extra 300 stitches, or it comes with, use them, doggone it, trim out some stuff, and look how cute that is. Really easy instructions to follow, I thought. What I did change out, they give you the strapping to use as fabric, a lining to use as fabric. And I didn't want to do that. I wanted to use the webbing. I just felt like it's a little more secure. So I just bought some I got it from the store, my store, the webbing right here. So this is like backpack webbing, sort of.
So why
And
are you saying webbing?
that's what it's called.
That's what it's called? Because when
Uh-huh.
I think of webbing, I think of like the mesh.
Yeah, this is called webbing.
Oh,
It's called
okay.
strap webbing, or that's just what it's called. And so you've got the little clips right here. We've got all these supplies in right now. So you've got, that's called a parachute clip. Did you know that? That's what it's called, a parachute clip.
Huh.
And they sell them in metal and in plastic. And we have the plastic ones because they're lighter. The metal ones are really heavy.
I also feel like the metal ones, like, you know, when you're trying to like unsnap it and anyways,
Okay.
it would hurt.
It would hurt.
With our dainty little lady fingers.
Lady fingers. Okay. Look at this lining, how fun it is. Little dog paws. I don't know if you can see them. Can you see them?
Mm-hmm.
Little dog paws in there. And the way it works, you do get a pretty finished edge on the inside. You get what I would call a French seam right there. So you get really pretty finished seams in there. This is just a super cute bag that you're able to use. Put everything back in there.
Does it come with the bubble wrap?
I'll put bubble wrap in there if you want. I'll put bubble wrap in there. I want to show you some other webbing. Hold on.
She's gonna show us some other webbing, which I have now found. Oh, is it those ones? I saw those, and I think it made me those may be enough for me to need to make a bag, like ASAP.
Look at these. See? Tula pink webbing. You didn't know. You learn something new every day, right? Look at that. So this is 3 yards. No, 2 yards. Look how pretty that is. So she designed these to go with her fabrics, of course, that are super bright color. We have the webbing in here. We haven't gotten in all her new line of fabrics yet. Sorry, there we go. But you can totally use this with, I mean, look how cute that would have been.
Oh, that'd
also.
be so stinking
Yeah,
cute.
I didn't want to use it because I didn't want to use up the inventory.
Mm-hmm.
But super cute. And this is 1.5 inches wide. So it's a little bit wider than this one, which is just 1 inch wide, which is what the pattern calls for. You can still use this. You just have to make a few adjustments in your little side tabs right here. It is super cute, super fun. There's so many fun projects right there on our website with the June Taylor Quilt As You Go. You can look those up, and it's really cute. So the last thing I want to show you all today, I don't think you've even seen this, huh?
I don't think I've even seen this.
No. So we have zippers by the yard right here, there, and our zippers by the yard. This particular one, usually it matches exactly, the little zipper pulls match the zipper tape right here. So white would have white, or black would have black, except these have the multicolors in there.
But
so we've
now
got,
you can switch them.
yes. Hi, how are you?
Oh.
So hi. So there, right there, you can see where you can switch them up. These are the by Annie zippers by the yard. So you're able to switch these out to any color that you want. In the zippers by the yard, you're going to get 4 yards of zipper tape and 16 pulls. So you get a lot of pulls. And if you're not sure how to put those pulls on, that's where this super little zipper jig comes in. Oops, right here. You put it on so easily. I wonder if I could do one right now. Should I try? What time is it? I guess I could try, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay, let's see.
Well, we do have classes, of course, if you want to ever do it right now. We're all
Okay.
Pause for dramatic effect.
Uh-huh. All right, we'll do it with this one. Oh, but you know what? It's already on there. Oy.
I was gonna say I feel like maybe we can pause or figure it out and get back to everyone. So
No,
we're
I
not
know how
having
to. I know how to do it. I thought I had a zipper loose, but I don't.
no zippers on the loose here. All of our zippers are accounted for.
Yeah. Anyhow, you put the little tie right here. It's driving me crazy. I want to do it. It's really not going to work, is it?
What tie?
Okay,
Oh wait,
we're going to pull
here
this
we
out.
go. Here we go.
Everybody hold on. I just want to try it. But alas, I can't because somebody pulled that zipper all the way to the end. Seriously, folks. Don't destroy the samples.
Okay, let's.
When you go to quilt stores, don't
Tisha.
destroy the samples. And please don't steal the
They
samples
may not
either.
have known what they were doing. Like for me personally, I wouldn't know if I zipped a zipper all the way up.
Okay.
All right. Well, why don't you continue to tell us about the handy zipper jig
Okay.
instead
It's
of
been-
fighting with our store sample?
Well,
Let's practice peace.
don't break the store samples, and please, by all means, don't steal the store samples because you know what? I don't want to make them again. I made them once. I don't want to do it again. I got other things to do. So, yes, this is a zipper jig. You put the zipper tab right here, and then you get your two zipper tapes like this, and you pull it through, and it zips it up. You can go on YouTube and just type in zipper jig,
Hey.
and you can type in zipper jig, and it shows you how to do it. Super easy.
I didn't even know something like that existed.
I know, it's
so
pretty
I'm not
cool.
gonna lie. How do people put them on before that?
Actually, I have a YouTube video that shows you how to put the pulls onto your zipper without this.
Wow.
Without
She
this.
really does it all, folks. She does it all.
Shut up. So it is exactly 1:52. That means it's time for us to sign off for What's New Wednesday.
Any comments you want to leave with our lovely audience?
Um,
Any words of wisdom?
no? What should I have? Get in the closet if there's sirens going off.
Or not necessarily closet, but the most inner part of your house.
Or my inner soul. My
I don't know about that one.
Do that. Stop and see us anytime you want. Oh, if anybody is here with the Frisco Quilt Guild, if you're watching Thursday, tomorrow, the 30th. Yes, the 30th. Right?
Yes.
It is. Tomorrow is Spirit Day for the Frisco Quilt Guild. Do you know
What
what
does that
is?
mean?
The Frisco Quilt Guild. It's kind of like when you were in school, remember you had Spirit Days at Chick-fil-A or McDonald's. You had to say you were with Chick-fil-A and then they donated
Oh, yes,
20% back to the school. It's the same thing, but it's the Frisco Quilt Guild. So if you shop tomorrow, tell me or tell us you're shopping with the Frisco Quilt Guild. Now, we're not going to remind you. We're not going to check out people and go, are you with the Frisco Quilt Guild? We're going to wait for you to tell us. And when you tell us, 20% of your purchases go back to the Frisco Quilt Guild.
So it's
as
like a
part
little
of a
fundraiser.
It's a fundraiser. It's their Spirit Day.
Fun.
Yes, so
Fundraiser.
that is tomorrow. And then, of course, Saturday is July 1st, June 1st. Oh, I jumped a whole month. June 1st. So we'll have
I hope it's not July 1st.
a Saturday sampler going on. We have all kinds of fun things planned for June, but I didn't bring my whole list over here because I forgot it. Debbie's on vacation, so I'm still a little disorganized.
Miss Kay Bridges said, do you do quilts with Quilt As You Go?
Yes.
As in, do we have patterns? Yes. Or
both. We have a couple of different Quilt As You Go projects. The most popular one is using a batting buddy, and it's Fairy Lake quilts called Quilt As You Go. That's the quilts. Same concept. You can just keep adding rows. Yes, we do. However, the batting buddy is still not in. It has been on back order since February. I know.
Why is that?
Because the owner of the company, instead of cutting her own rulers, she's going with Creative Grids, who is just like, of course, one of the top brands in rulers, right? But she didn't know that it was going to take so long.
They're having to like re-patent it,
Yes.
re-trademark it, re-copyright. Yeah.
So,
yeah.
and when she buys her rulers, she can't just buy like 40 of them. She has
Yeah.
to buy like 600 of them,
Yeah.
right? And so when you do that, when you make a trade, you also say, no, I'm not going to remake any of my rulers myself.
Mhm.
I'm going to let you do it. Well, Creative Grids kind of has her on the hook right now. She's paralyzed and can't do
she
anything.
can't do anything until they
Except answer my emails every Monday and say, are they in yet, please? Because I have so many people waiting for them. But yes, that was a long answer to your question. You can do quilts, entire quilts, as quilt as you go. And yes, we do sell the patterns. We just don't have the batting buddy right now, which you don't have to have the batting buddy, but it makes your life so much easier. To see quilt as you go to my YouTube channel, Not Your Mama's Quilt Store, and find quilt as you go. The easy way is how I did it. And you can see a whole demonstration on how to do it. And it's awesome. Even if it is my video, it's awesome.
So
Okay.
awesome.
Okay,
Yeah.
what other questions?
I think if we have any other questions, you can go ahead and send them in. But I think we
More
covered
paper
everything.
piecing kits. Okay, Lisa, I'm still working on it. I haven't gotten any fabrics in that I love, but I have another plan right
English
now.
paper piecing or
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think English paper. Yeah, English paper piecing. Yeah, I don't have. When I say I don't have any fabrics in that I love, that's because I need a smaller print, and there's some other must-haves. It has to be mirrored, so you can look at it two different ways. It has to be a smaller print, and everything I have in right now is big print. So if you cut them up into small pieces, you lose the whole picture. So I don't have any fabrics right now that are small enough, but I have a backup plan. I just got to get it done. Yes.
Aw,
What?
thank you, Miss Lisa.
What did she say?
She said you're so beautiful.
Aw.
Oh, yours are so beautiful. Oh my gosh, sorry. I thought she was telling
Thank
us.
you, Lisa.
I thought she
Thank
was
you,
telling
Miss
us we
Lisa.
were pretty. She was saying your English paper piecing kits are beautiful. That.
Have you seen mine?
Mhm.
Okay.
Do you think I was dead for the last year?
I don't say it.
Because I
Ay,
would,
pero no me digas eso. That scares me. Me da los sustos.
because I would come home and you would always post the ones where you were like,
Don't say that.
okay,
No. I don't know. I didn't know if you'd seen them.
yeah, I keep up with some stuff, not
Okay.
all, but some.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. I thought you were living under a rock.
No,
Okay.
it depends how many exams I have, but
True.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you are under a rock.
this is true. This
Yeah.
is true.
This is true.
All right. Well, we had so much fun. I'm so glad to be back for the summer. If you have any questions, you can always call the shop. You can come in and ask us. You can comment, email, send pigeon news,
Carrier pigeon,
carrier pigeon. Thank you.
messages by pigeon, messages by carrier pigeon, and they come in little tiny
The
tubes.
little
You have
scrolls.
to open it up and look at it.
All right. Well,
We're
this
very-
is Little Quilt Store and Mrs. Quilt Store signing off for What's New Wednesday. First one back for the summer. And we'll see everybody next week, right?
Yes, we will.
Yes, we will.
Okay.
Have a good rest of your week and happy summer.
Yes. Bye.